Good morning. What is going on, everybody? We're back with another episode of the Tip Share, where we dive deep into the labyrinth of all things restaurant. We've got an awesome, super important episode today, so get up and get excited because, as always, people, it's time to share our tips. Today we're going to be discussing a tip pooling calculator. And you might be asking yourself, what is tip pooling? Well, friends, tip pooling is the practice of collecting all tips for the day and dividing them among working employees according to a formula. This formula can be literally as simple as even division among all of the workers, if you want to set it up that way. Another popular formula for this is to weigh the tips by position in the restaurant according to a point system. Now, when we talk about the purpose of tip pooling calculators allow you to consistently apply the same formula to your tip division, which increases your consistency, obviously, and fairness at the same time while reducing the amount of effort that you have to put into this process. So the exact formula applied by the calculator can be customized to your needs specifically, and you can choose to use a point formula that assigns more tips to servers and less to bussers, or you can divide these tips evenly among workers if you'd like to do that. So we're going to talk about the benefits of using a tip pooling calculator. Now, using a tip calculator creates a simple procedure that you'll follow every single time, so it stays consistent. You'll input the data and the calculator will do the rest for you, which saves time and puts an end to manual number crunching. Now, another benefit of a tip calculator is its accuracy. Tips are calculated according to the same formula each time you do this based on clear data. Your employees will appreciate the fairness of this method, I'm sure, and if they ask how tips are divided, you'll at least have a tool to show these guys. Now, when it comes to some tips and advice for effective tip pooling management, successful tip pooling requires clear communication with employees on how the process works and why it's designed that way. The more transparent that you can be with your staff, the more trust they'll have within that process. So ultimately, trust leads to more employee buy-in, which means you'll get less objections to your tip distribution. And it's important to periodically examine this process and just evaluate where you're at, whether it's achieving the outcomes you designed it for. That is all we have for today's Tip Share episode. Thank you guys so much for tuning into the Tip Share, where we dive deep into the labyrinth of all things restaurant. We hope you enjoyed it today. Feel free to go check out all of our other episodes on just how to navigate things as a manager, as a restaurant owner. So go ahead and check those out. Hope you have a great week.